Welcome back to my channel. This is where we simplify anatomy, and here we also learn anatomy with so much fun. This is quiz time, and in this section we'll be looking at structured questions that are related to the testes, after which we would be running through the answer section where we'll be evaluating our thoughts, and this will help us prepare for questions that are related to the testes in any examination. So ride on with me as we go through the section. First question reads that the following statement concerning the testes are correct, except the fact that the testis is a paired oval-shaped organ that is contained within the scrotal sac, or is it except the fact that the left testis is lower than the right testis, or is it except the fact that the testis usually weighs about 25 grams, or finally, is it about the fact that the testis is solely an endocrine organ? So which of these statements about the testis is false? This is what this question represents. The second question reads that the seminiferous tubules are straight tubules for most of its parts, or is it that the seminiferous tubules have the coiled parts unite to form the rectus testis, or is it that the seminiferous tubules are coiled for most of its parts, or is it all of the above? So which of the following statements about the seminiferous tubules is correct? The third question reads that dash is responsible for the production of testosterone. So is this the spermatogenic cells that are responsible for the production of testosterone, or is it the Sertoli cells that are responsible for the production of testosterone? Is it the Legge cells, or is it all of the above? So which of these cells is responsible for the production of testosterone? We know that these cells are located within the testes, and specifically, there is a particular cell that is responsible for the production of testosterone. The fourth question reads that dash extends into the interior of the testicle, dividing it into several well-shaped lobes. So which of this structure is responsible for this action? Is it the tunica albuginea? Is it the dartos muscle? Is it the internal spermatic fascia, or is it the external spermatic fascia? So which of this structure is responsible for dividing the entire testis into lobes? This is what this question represents. The fifth question reads that the following statements concerning the rectus testis are correct, except the fact that it is a tubular network at the hilum or the mediastinum of the testis, or is it except the fact that it empties into the efferent ductus, or is it except the fact that the rectus testis perforates the tunica albuginea, or is it that the sperm at the point where it is located within the rectus testis is immobile? So which of these options is false concerning the rectus testis? This is what this question also represents. The sixth question reads that the testicular artery is a branch from. So where is the testicular artery branched from? Is it from the internal iliac artery? Is it from the external iliac artery? Is it from the femoral artery? Or is it from the abdominal aorta? So which of these arteries is seen to give the testicular artery? The seventh question reads that dash is a condition where the testes do not descend into the scrotum. So which of these clinical manifestations represents this action? Is it testicular cancer? Is it cryptorchidism? Is it testicular torsion? Or is it none of the above? The eighth question reads that the testis is suspended in the scrotum by. So what structure is responsible for helping to suspend the testis in the scrotum? We know that the testis is seen to develop within the abdominal space. Of course, after the descent, it is seen to be pushed down into the pelvic region where it is suspended within the scrotal sac. But of course, there is a structure that is responsible for helping to suspend the testis in the scrotal sac. Is it the penis? Is it the rectus testis? Is it the spermatic cord, or is it the urethra? So which of this organ or structure is seen to help suspend the testis in the scrotum? The ninth question reads that the testicular lobules are made up of what? So what are the structural components of testicular lobules? Is it a muscular tissue? Is it a seminiferous tubus? Is it the cremastertic muscle? Or is it the spermatic cord? So which of these is a structural component of the testicular lobules? The 10th question reads that which of the following cells provides support and also nourishment for the spermatogenic cell? So which of these cells is responsible for providing support and nourishment for the developing spermatogenic cell? Is it the Leydig cells? Is it the spermatogonia? Is it the spermatids? Or is it the Sertoli cells? So which of these cells is responsible for the highlighted function? The 11th question reads that the left testicular vein usually drains into the left testicular vein. Is it seen to usually drain into the right renal vein? Is it into the femoral vein? Is it directly into the inferior vena cava? Or is it into the left renal vein? So which of these options is correct about where the left testicular vein drains into? The 12th question, mature sperm cell contains, are they seen to contain 23 chromosomes? Are they seen to contain 46 chromosomes? Are they seen to contain 48 chromosomes? Or are they seen to have no chromosome? So which of this option is correct about the chromosomal content of the mature sperm cell? So now let's go through the answer section, and this is where we'll be evaluating adults. So for the first question that reads that the following statement concerning the testes are correct, except the fact that the testis is entirely an endocrine organ. The testis, it is not entirely an endocrine organ. It is also a reproductive organ. So all the other options above here are correct about the testis, except for this option. The second question reads that the seminiferous tubules are coiled for most of its parts. So most of the parts of the seminiferous tubules are seen to present a coiled presentation, while a smaller portion of the seminiferous tubules are seen to be straightened. So this option about the seminiferous tubules is the most correct option, while the other options are incorrect. The third question reads that Dash is responsible for the production of testosterone. The cell that is responsible for the production of testosterone is the Leydig cell. The Leydig cell is what is seen to exhibit this function. The fourth question, which reads that Dash extends into the interior of the testicle, dividing it into several wedge-shaped lobules. The structure that is seen to exhibit this function is the tunica albuginea. The tunica albuginea is seen to surround the testes, and it is seen to further invade into the substance of the testes, thereby further dividing it into the lobules that it is made up of. The fifth question, which reads that the following statements concerning the erected testis are correct, except the fact that the sperm at this stage is mobile. The sperm that are contained within the erected testis are immobile. They assume mobility as they proceed in their journey after this region. So all the other options above here are correct about the erected testis. The sixth question, which reads that the testicular artery is a branch from, the testicular artery is a branch from the abdominal aorta. We know that during developmental process, the testes are seen to develop around the abdominal region. And of course, they descend down into the pelvic region where they are finally placed. The blood supply are also branched from the abdominal aorta where they are developed from. And this is pulled down along with them as they run through this course. So the testicular artery is a branch from the abdominal aorta. We also have this kind of exhibition in the ovarian artery. The seventh question, which reads that Dash is a condition where the testes do not descend into the scrotum. And this manifestation is referred to as cryptorchidism. Hence, this is the correct option here. And for question 8, which reads, testis is suspended in the scrotal sac by the spermatic cord. It is this structure that is responsible for holding the testes in the scrotal sac. The ninth question, which reads that testicular lobules are made up of what? Testicular lobules are structurally made up of seminiferous tubules. This is the structural component of testicular lobules, and this is the correct option. For the 10th question, which reads that which of the following cells provide support and also nourishment for the spermatogenic cells? The correct option here is the Sertoli cell. The Sertoli cells are seen to provide nourishment and also support for the spermatogenic cell. The 11th question, which reads that the left testicular vein usually drains into, the left testicular vein is seen to usually drain into the left renal vein, after which it is then drained into the inferior vena cava. So it is first drained into the left renal vein before it is finally collected into the inferior vena cava. This kind of scenario is also seen to be exhibited by the left ovarian vein. Then the last question, which reads that the mature sperm cell contains what? The mature sperm cell is seen to contain 23 number of chromosomes. This is haploid number of chromosomes that will unite with another haploid number of chromosomes from the female sex gametes to form a complete 46 number of chromosomes. So let's know our grades in the comment section, and thanks for watching.